For the past few months, there has been one question that almost every DJI fan in the United States has been asking. If DJI can't officially sell some of its newest products in the US, could another company simply rebrand those exact products and bring them to market under a different name? That idea quickly gained popularity after companies like Extra started releasing cameras that looked almost identical to DJI's lineup. In fact, many people were already preparing to buy the upcoming Extra Muse 2 Pro because it appeared to be the easiest way to get what is essentially the DJI Pocket 4P. But now, that entire plan may have hit a major roadblock. The FCC has officially taken action against Extra and several other companies believed to have connections with DJI products. And while this doesn't automatically mean the Muse 2 Pro is canceled, it certainly raises serious questions about whether it will ever reach customers in the United States. So let's talk about what happened, what it actually means, and why this could affect not only the Pocket 4P but also DJI drone fans as well. If you've been following the channel, you'll probably remember when we first talked about Extra. At first glance, it almost looked too good to be true. Here was a company offering cameras that matched DJI's hardware almost specification for specification, but under a completely different brand name. Their Muse looked extremely similar to the Osmo Pocket 3, while the Edge and Edge Pro mirrored the Osmo Action lineup. Then came the biggest announcement yet, the Extra Muse 2 Pro. Based on everything we've seen so far, this camera is essentially the Pocket 4P under a different name. It features the same 1-inch primary sensor, a dedicated 3x telephoto lens, 10-bit log recording, impressive dynamic range, and a 3-axis mechanical gimbal. In other words, everything people were excited about with DJI's latest pocket camera appeared to be available through Extra, even if DJI itself couldn't officially launch it in the US. What made things even more interesting was that Extra didn't simply copy DJI's design. In a few areas, they actually seemed to improve it. One of the biggest complaints about previous pocket cameras was the rotating screen, which some creators found limiting depending on how they filmed. The Muse 2 Pro appeared to solve that with a display that flips in both directions. It also integrates a grip directly into the body instead of requiring an optional accessory, includes a standard 1/4-inch mounting thread built into the chassis, and even moves the USB-C charging port to the side so you can power the camera while it's mounted on a tripod. These may sound like small details, but for content creators who film every day, they're genuinely useful improvements. That's why many people weren't just looking at the Muse 2 Pro as a workaround. They actually believed it could be an even better version of the Pocket 4P. However, that's where this week's news changes the conversation. The Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, has announced enforcement action against 8 different companies, including Extra Technology. According to the FCC, these companies failed to respond to formal requests for information regarding products that may be linked to DJI hardware. As a result, each company has been fined $25,000 and given until July 20th to provide the requested information before the FCC considers taking further action. Now, this is an important distinction that many headlines have overlooked. The FCC has not publicly stated that Extra has broken the law or that it has been found guilty of illegally importing DJI products. At this stage, the fines are specifically related to the companies allegedly failing to respond to the Commission's inquiries. That's a very different situation from saying the products themselves have already been banned. Even so, the timing couldn't be much worse. Extra is already accepting pre-orders for the Muse 2 Pro, and excitement around the camera has been growing rapidly. If the FCC investigation eventually concludes that Extra is genuinely an independent manufacturer producing its own products, then the camera could still launch without major issues. But if regulators determine that Extra is effectively acting as a proxy for DJI, importing or rebranding products from a company already facing restrictions, then the same regulatory barriers that affected DJI could potentially be extended to Extra as well. That possibility is exactly why this story matters so much. Right now, nobody can say with certainty what the final outcome will be, but what seemed like a guaranteed workaround just a few weeks ago suddenly looks far less certain. And it's not just Extra that's in the spotlight. Another company attracting attention is Skyrover. If you've been following the drone community, you've probably heard the name before, because Skyrover has been associated with drones that closely resemble DJI models. Many enthusiasts believe these products offered another route for DJI technology to remain available in markets where the original brand faced increasing regulatory pressure. Now Skyrover is among the companies facing FCC action as well. That suggests this investigation isn't limited to one camera or one manufacturer. Instead, it appears the FCC is taking a much broader look at companies that may be involved in bringing DJI-related products into the United States, under different branding. For drone enthusiasts hoping this strategy would continue indefinitely, this is certainly not encouraging news. There's another development that makes this situation even more interesting. Reports indicate that the FCC is also taking steps against the Shenzhen-based testing laboratory that certified the DJI Pocket 4 and Pocket 4P for FCC compliance. Now, this isn't because the testing itself was considered inaccurate or unreliable. Instead, the concerns reportedly relate to the ownership structure of the testing laboratory and possible ties to the Chinese government. While it's still unclear whether this will directly affect products like the Muse 2 Pro, it does show that regulators are looking beyond manufacturers themselves and examining the broader certification process as well. In other words, this investigation appears to be expanding rather than narrowing, which could have implications for future product launches beyond just DJI. From DJI's perspective, the financial impact is enormous. According to court filings, the company estimates that delayed or blocked approvals could cost it approximately $1.5 billion in lost business during 2026 alone. That's a staggering amount of money and demonstrates just how significant the US market remains for DJI. If companies like Extra and Skyrover also lose the ability to offer similar products, then one of the few remaining pathways for American consumers to access the latest DJI hardware could disappear as well. That's why this story extends far beyond a single fine or a single company. It has the potential to reshape how DJI products reach customers in one of the world's largest consumer electronics markets. Now, if you're someone who has already placed a pre-order for the Extra Muse 2 Pro, I don't think there's any reason to panic just yet. Nothing in the FCC's announcement says the product has been banned, canceled, or prohibited from launching. The investigation is still ongoing, and the companies involved have been given time to respond. It's entirely possible that Extra provides the information requested and continues with its plans as originally scheduled. But it's also fair to say that the level of uncertainty surrounding the product has increased significantly. Personally, if I were considering buying one, I'd probably wait a little longer before making any final decision, simply to see how this develops over the coming weeks. For DJI fans, this is undoubtedly disappointing because many people viewed Extra as the perfect backup plan. The idea seems simple. If DJI couldn't officially sell a product in the United States, another company could offer what appeared to be the same hardware under a different brand. But regulators clearly seem aware of that possibility, and these latest actions suggest they're now examining exactly how these companies operate. Whether that ultimately leads to additional restrictions or simply greater transparency remains to be seen. The next few weeks could be incredibly important for DJI users in the United States. If Extra successfully addresses the FCC's concerns, the Muse 2 Pro may still become the alternative many people were hoping for. But if the investigation moves in the opposite direction, it could close one of the biggest loopholes that DJI enthusiasts believed would keep these products available. Whatever happens, we'll continue following every update, because this story isn't just about one camera anymore. It's about the future of DJI products in the US market. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe the Extra Muse 2 Pro will still launch successfully, or do you think the FCC's latest actions have effectively ended that possibility? I'd love to hear your thoughts, and as always, I'll keep you updated as soon as new information becomes available.